Alright, and we are live. Good evening po sa inyong lahat na nandyan sa Pilipinas, sa lahat ng aking mga online students who are watching us from the Philippines tonight. Maraming salamat po for your support to Gurong Pinoy. And of course, this is all for you to be able to pass the let with ease, for you to be able to pass the let in just one take. Okay, so again, good evening po sa lahat-lahat ng ating mga kaguro. Lalong-lalo na sa ating mga growers, ito yung mga exclusive members natin, no? Exclusive members ng ating Gurong Pinoy Review Online Work Group. Okay, so again, GROW is Gurong Pinoy Review Online Work Group. This is our exclusive FB group where we send all our exclusive materials, not only those that we are discussing here in our live stream, but also the rest of the materials that we know can very well help you in your passing the let. Okay, so again, Gurong Pinoy Review Online Work Group is an exclusive FB group all for the let takers, and this is of course organized by Gurong Pinoy Study Link Review and Tutorial Center. So again, this is Gurong Pinoy Study Link Review and Tutorial Center. We used to own Study Link Review and Tutorial Center, but that was in Iloilo. So again, Gurong Pinoy Review Online Work Group, GROW, exclusive membership is now at 500 pesos. All the details are there, how you can become a member of GROW. You see all the details there. You can pay through Palawan, Cebuana, ML. The name is there. And the address, the phone number is also there. So again, right after you pay or right after someone pays for you, make sure that you send us your receipt through our official Facebook page, okay? Send us your receipt. Take a picture of your receipt, send us to us through our chat messenger, no? I-message nyo po, huwag nyo pong i-comment. I-send nyo po siya sa aming official Facebook page, which is also Gurong Pinoy. And then, of course, we are going to add you to GROW. Now, another option that you can have if you cannot go out because of the quarantine na, or if you cannot find someone to pay it for you, pwede pong isend nyo through a super sticker during our live streams na natatagpuan din po sa YouTube. So tonight, we're also live on Facebook, not only on YouTube, but also on Facebook. But then again, your super chat, super sticker, you can only pay this through our live streams on YouTube. Okay, so again, if hindi po kayo nakakalabas, and your bank account is linked to your Paymaya, PayPal, or GCash, pwede nyo pong isend yung payment niyo through our super sticker, through our YouTube live stream. Now, a little backgrounder. When we still had our review center in Iloilo, we catered the let students, the let takers, and also civil service takers. We charged 5,500 for the BEd students. Okay, BEd graduates, we charged 5,500, and 7,000 for our secondary graduates. Okay, so BSEd namin was 7,000. But then again, that's all inclusive. Mas mura pa rin siya kaysa sa the rest of the review centers, because we don't charge anything more for the majorship and also for the final coaching. Okay, so that's all in na yung 5,500 and 7,000. But then again, most if not all of the things that we are discussing face to face we're also discussing here through our online platforms, okay? That's YouTube and Facebook. So again, yung 500 pesos po na bayad ninyo, that's sulit na sulit, okay? Sulit na sulit po yan. That's a one-time payment and that's until the day you take the let, okay? So hindi nyo na po kailangan magdagdag ng bayad. Hindi nyo na po kailangan mag-pay. That's not a monthly payment. That is just a one-time payment, okay? So 500 pesos po only. That's one-time payment at sinasabi ko nga that's sulit na sulit dahil hanggang sa time po yan na mag-take kayo ng let. Alright, so again, that's 500 pesos for our Grow membership. And again, please do not forget to like this video. Please put a thumbs up sign to this video. I can only see a few people liking this video on YouTube. Okay, on Facebook, please do like this video, heart this video. Please react to this video. And of course, if you are watching us for the first time on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe and that you hit that bell notification so that you'll be notified of all the videos that we have. If you are watching us through YouTube, also please go to Facebook and like our official Facebook page. That's Guru Pinoy, this one here. Make sure that you see our official logo, okay? Because some other pages have used the name Guru Pinoy. If you are watching us on Facebook, then also make sure that you check our playlists on YouTube. We already have a lot of videos on YouTube. There's a playlist for GenEd, another playlist for ProfEd, and of course, there's a playlist for all the previous live streams that we've had. Now, again, if you are a member of this group here, Guru Pinoy Let Online group, that is not our exclusive group. The exclusive group, of course, would be this one, okay, Grow. So make sure that you become a member of Grow. As I have mentioned, the payment, a one-time payment is just 500 pesos. Okay, so again, tonight we are going to have another discussion of GenEd and ProfEd. That's 20 items GenEd and another 20 items ProfEd. Make sure that you have your review notebooks with you and also your pens with you. We are going to start in a few minutes. Okay, now let me just go back to your live stream schedule again for this month of August. Live stream schedule is at 7 p.m. both on the days of Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so that's PH time po. Saturday and Sunday both at 7 p.m. That's for the entire month of August. Okay, now we start with our discussion. Okay, we start with our discussion. Good evening sa lahat-lahat na nanonood sa atin ngayon. Hindi ko muna kayo maiisa-isa. In a few minutes, if I have time, then I'll be able to read all of your comments. Okay, so again, we start with question number 1, GenEd. Okay, here's the first question. Your computer is not receiving the print command. Which should you do first? Is it letter A, check the computer's default printer settings? Letter B, reset the printing properties of the printer? Letter C, realign the heads of the printer? Or letter D, replace the ink cartridge? Good evening, Sir Jonathan Cortez, watching on Facebook. Ma'am Carla May Vargas, good evening po. Ma'am Chris Agravio Rizonable, good evening. Sir Lester Dan Mahilom, Sir Santing Santos, Ma'am Yes Samporna. Maraming salamat, Sir Mark Del Campo, napakaagang ayuda. Ang aga ng ayuda ni Sir Mark on YouTube through a super sticker. Maraming salamat po. Ma'am Rachel, Ma'am Checky, Ma'am Vanessa, Ma'am Joy, Ma'am Jerry Lynn, my friend Crazy Amigo 3000, Ma'am Tessie, Sir CK, yes, I've read about her comment yesterday. Condolences po. Sir CK's mom just passed away. Condolences po, Sir CK. Sir Mark, of course, our parokyano and our sponsor. Maraming salamat po. Ma'am Jerry Lynn, Francisco, Ma'am Marian, Sir Jeffrey Arida, good evening po. Sir Joselito Manila, watching from Talamban, Cebu City. Good evening po. Now, he's asking for the majorship. On hold pa po yung ating majorship. Ma'am Gina, Ma'am Glidel, Ma'am Medez, Ma'am Dulce, Ma'am Edna, Ma'am Fabi Love Camino, watching from CDO. Sir Sunny, maaga ka ngayon, Sir Sunny. Wala yatang duty, Sir Sunny. Ma'am Rose, Ma'am Jenilyn from Molave, Zamboanga del Sur. Ma'am Eva. Ma'am Grace, Sir Bluer than Blue. Ma'am Christine, andyan si Sir Blue. Ma'am Caroline. Ma'am Maylin. Ma'am Faith. Ma'am Jenilyn. Ma'am Buenafe, Sir Lucio Pajarito. Ma'am Mary Ann Cabarles, Sir GJ Mortab. Okay, for all of you, good evening po. Okay, now a lot of you are answering with the letter A. Watching from Cagayan de Oro, we have Sir GJ Mortab on YouTube. Okay, and then the people on Facebook, all of them are also answering with the letter A. Ma'am Shira Joy Batir, thank you for watching us. She is one of the students that you see in one of our videos. Okay, now the correct answer here, of course, would be, you're correct, okay? It is letter A. So check mo muna yung default printer settings ng computer mo. Baka hindi siya yung default printer na naka-assign doon, and so hindi nga connected. You really cannot receive the command coming from your printer if it is not set as your printer for that particular task, okay? So the correct answer would be letter A. Tama po kayo. Ma'am Christine, Sir Limited Edition Official, habol po. Okay, sorry, little late daw siya. All right, now we go to question number 2. When is it most important to scan the computer's drive for virus? Immediately after. Letter A, shutting down a computer improperly. Letter B, defragmenting a computer's hard disk. Letter C, installing software from a disk created by a friend. Or letter D, downloading a text file from a government website. Kailan mo kailangang i-scan yung computer mo for possible virus? Ma'am Roslyn Hebulan, Sir Jason Camungao, Sir Drode, Ma'am Junive, thank you for sharing our video, Ma'am Junive, Ma'am Gurinli, Ma'am GV, Ma'am Kleza, Ma'am Jazz, Sir Edwin. Good evening po. These are some people on Facebook. Okay, again, please do like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page. And those people who are watching us on Facebook, please do share our video. Share niyo po yung video sa lahat ng mga friends niyo, sa lahat ng mga classmates niyo, sa lahat ng mga groups na meron kayong ginoinan, okay, para naman po mas marami tayong pwedeng matulungan. All right, now some people on Facebook are answering with the letter C, others B, Surgeon John, good evening po. And here on YouTube, we have mostly letter C. Watching from Puerto Princesa City, good evening, Ma'am Rose Cayapas. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Joy Dairit, for your maagang pakape. Okay, ito yung mga palaging may ayuda. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Joy. All right, so again, most of you have the answer letter C. Okay, sa Facebook, iba-iba, no? So again, going back to our question, when is it important or most important to scan the computer's drive for virus? Is it letter A, shutting down a computer improperly, defragmenting a computer's hard disk, installing software from a disk created by a friend, or letter D, downloading a text file from a government website? The correct answer, of course, would be letter C. Dahil galing yung disk sa iyong friend, hindi mo alam kung saan niya ginawa yung disk or saan niya sinaksak yung disk. Baka yung computer niya ay merong virus, so matransfer sa iyo. Baka din yung ginamit niyang computer, kung gumamit siya ng computer outside in an internet shop, ay meron ding virus. Okay, so that's the mentality that we have. That's why the correct answer is letter C. Letter C po. Now we go to number 3. Which desktop icon can be used to access the files and programs in a computer? Is it letter A, taskbar? Letter B, my documents? Letter C, my briefcase? Letter D, my computer? Ma'am Junivi says, watching from Hong Kong, hirap magsagot habang nagluluto, pero ayaw niyang ma-miss yung live. Thank you po, Ma'am Junive. Sir Buds Jao, watching from Saudi Arabia, my good friend. Thank you for watching our video. Please do share our video, like this video, like our YouTube channel, That's Still Gurong Pinoy. Thank you for sharing, Ma'am Maylene Tabora. Ma'am Yes Samporna, thank you po. Okay, na-block daw siya kasi sinishare niya yung video natin. Wala si Sir Loreto at si Sir Omar. Tama. Baka late. Okay, now most people on YouTube are answering the letter B. Some are answering the letter D. Okay, now the question is, which desktop icon can be used to access the files and programs? The files and programs in a computer. Okay, yan po yung hint natin, to access the files and programs. Now, if you have this as the screen of your computer, okay, if you have this as a screen of your computer, your taskbar po would be this. Itong bar na to, kung saan mo makikita yung mga naka-open na programs or your software, ito po yung tinatawag mong taskbar. And then, of course, you have the different icons there. Meron kang My Computer, meron kang trash bin mo, no? Your recycle bin, network, and so on. Lahat ng ginawa mong may desktop na shortcut ka for icons, nandiyan, nakikita mo lahat. Now, going back to your question here, which desktop icon can be used to access the files and programs in a computer? Wala po tayong may briefcase. Okay, so taskbar po again would be this. So then, the only remaining things that you can choose would either be letter B, My Documents, or letter D, My Computer. Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot? The correct answer here is My Computer. Letter D po, not letter B. Hindi po letter B, My Documents. Dahil sabi sa question mo, not only files, but also programs. So that means lahat even ng other softwares na meron ka sa iyong computer. So that would be My Computer po. My Computer, not My Documents. My Documents would only be for your files. Okay, so files lamang yan, preferably sa iyong Word documents. All right, so again, that's My Computer. My Computer is the correct answer. All right, now we go to number 4, EDSA 1, in our history as a people, prove the power of. Is it letter A, information, letter B, armed violence, letter C, the preference of the poor, or letter D, the people? Sir Wanted, Sir Teddy, good evening. Thank you for watching us. Please like and share our video. He's also one of our alumni. Ma'am Shaira Joy Batier, one of our former students, now a licensed professional teacher, says, thank you, Guru Pinoy, for helping me pass the let. God bless you. God bless you, Ma'am Shaira. We miss you po. Yes, tama yung sinabi ni Sir Edwin, no? Yung taskbar, yun yung nakikita nyo na nasa baba, yung mahabang linya doon, na mahabang space doon, that's the taskbar. Thank you for sharing our video, Sir Edwin. Ma'am Junive, thanks for sharing. Okay, now people on Facebook are answering the letter D. The same thing goes for those who are watching us on YouTube. Okay, watching from Thailand. I cannot read your name po. Okay, but he's watching from Thailand. He's also watching us through Facebook. Okay, the correct answer, of course, would be, this is EDSA 1. Remember, I've already mentioned this in one of our videos before. We've already had 2 EDSA, no? Dalawang EDSA na EDSA 1. That's during the time that Marcos was ousted, of course. And EDSA 2 naman, that's during the time that Estrada was ousted. Okay, so EDSA 1, in our question here, it is EDSA 1. And so the history or the influence of this on our people is that we have proven the power of, that's letter D, power of the people. Kaya nga siya tinatawag na people power 1, the power of the people. Okay? Non-armed rally, non-armed demonstration, peaceful demonstration tinatawag natin. Okay? So that's number 4. Number 4 po, tama kayo, that's letter D. Okay, I hope people on Facebook make sure that you're also keeping tabs of your score. Okay, keep track of your score. Now we go to number 5, which is the system of maintaining peace through an even distribution of military and economic power. Is it the balance of power, diplomacy, international relations, collective security? Ano kaya ang tamang sagot for question number 5, social studies? Good evening, everyone. Andyan na yung nahanap ni Ma'am Christine, Sir Omar Italia. At meron na siyang picture. Wow, welcome na welcome ni Ma'am Christine. Oh, Sir Omar habol po. Oh, napansin na yung picture. Ang gwapo daw. Okay, now we have people answering the letter B, merong letter D. Dito sa ating Facebook, merong A, merong D. May B, may D. Karamihan sa inyo, B or D. Okay, so again, this is in the category of social studies. Let's go back to your question. Which is the system of maintaining peace through uneven distribution of military and economic power? Let's take a look at your choices there. Okay, yung balance of power po, this means the idea that national security is enhanced when military capabilities are distributed so no state is strong enough to dominate. So, ibig sabihin, balance of power, hindi walang isang state or walang isang parte, walang isang country na mas dominante. Okay, so balance lang yung power dapat. That's balance of power. Even yung distribution of military capabilities are distributed. Now we go to the second one, second choice nyo, diplomacy. That means the art and practice of conducting negotiations. Kung paano ka mag-negotiate, okay? That's diplomacy. Now, international relations naman, this is a system in which nations pledge to join and be against a nation that attacks one of the nations. Okay, this one here, the last definition that we have, this is for collective security. Collective security na po ito. Of course, when you say international relations, this simply is the relationship between nations, okay? Relationship between nations lamang yan. So again, the last definition that we have there, that's for collective security. Collective security means a system in which nations pledge to join and be against a nation that attacks one of the nations, okay? Kaya itong si USA ay palaging nangingialam sa mga may away, no? Sa mga may gera, may away, may conflict, palaging gustong tumulong ni USA, no, dahil nga sa sinasabi nilang collective security. So pag naririnig nyo na yung North Korea sinasabing pag meron silang nuclear weapon, wini-withdraw lahat ng tulong from their country. Okay, so that's collective security. All the nations swear, or all the nations pledge that they are going to help. When if one of the nations are attacking the rest of the nations, then they are going to help to have all of the rest of the nations become secured. Okay, so that's collective security. So then the correct answer here would be letter A po, balance of power. Your hint here would be even distribution of military and economic power. So the correct answer would be letter A, the balance of power. Balance of power po. Okay, so letter A is the correct answer. That's balance of power. All right, now we go to number 6. Every right has a corresponding duty. This means that rights and duties are blank. Thank you, the one who's watching from Thailand, the one whose name I cannot read, for sharing our video. Maraming salamat po. Ma'am Ayesha Trinidad, may kasi Mario, thank you for watching us on Facebook. Ma'am Christian Pisalbo ba to? Sir Christian Pisalbo, good evening po. So change to A, no? Ma'am Isay, change to A. Hindi ka na-inform, Sir Loreto? Ano? Nakalimutan mo may live tayo? August na, sir. Saturday and Sunday. Kalimutan ni President. Lahat nagbabago, Sir Loreto. Sabi ni Ma'am Rafaela, may hugot. Buti daw na-notify siya ng YouTube. Okay, now people on YouTube are answering with B, others C. Okay. Kamihan C, no? Dito naman sa ating Facebook, merong C, may A, may D. Okay, so halo. Yung mga nandito sa Facebook. Sir Brian Takayon, watching from Tubungan, Iloilo. Thank you for joining us, for watching our video on Facebook. Sir Brian Takayon also has a YouTube channel, very successful YouTube channel. It's called Historia Channel. So if you'd want to watch videos on unique stories, interesting stories, you can go to his channel and watch it. Okay, he's got a very big YouTube channel. Okay, Ma'am Priscilla Llamas, ganun din. Hindi kayo nakikinig kahapon ko pa minention, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so meron mga nakalimot. Ang bilis yung makalimot. Okay, so you have A, you have C. May mga nagbago? Nagra-rush daw kasi may work tomorrow, Sir Loreto. Okay, so again, going back to your question here, it says every right has a corresponding duty. Sa kada right mo, may duty ka. For example, may right ka para mabuhay, may duty ka din na panatilihing buhay yung mga tao sa paligid mo. No? Hindi ka rin pwedeng pumatay ng isang tao. So this means that rights and duties are, correct answer is, letter C, reciprocal. Letter C po, reciprocal, meaning may corresponding duty sa kada right mo. Okay? So, almost equal sila. That's reciprocal. Letter C is the correct answer for number 6. Alright? So, again, number 6 po ay reciprocal. Reciprocal. Sa kada right mo ay may duty kang kailangan ding gawin. Ligwak. Okay, number 7. Which peace efforts are most governments engaged in when they have representatives in other countries to promote international cooperation and harmony? Is it letter A, diplomacy, letter B, disarmament, letter C, international talks, letter D, collective security? Ano kaya yung tamang sagot for number 7? Good evening po sa inyong lahat na nandyan sa Facebook. Please do share our video. Sir Wikar po ba to yung Korean? Good evening po. Wow, 6 out of 6 so far, Sir CK. Good job. Nakatama din, sabi ni Ma'am Dulce. Okay, so again, going back to our schedule again would be Saturday and Sunday, both at 7 p.m. Alright? Huwag po kayong makakalimot. Ma'am Mary Jane Ocon, ngayon lang siya naka-attend ng live session. Good evening, watching from Alaminos, Pangasinan. Welcome po. Please don't forget to like or heart this video if you're watching on Facebook. And of course, please try to share our video so that we can help more people pass the let. All right, so again, number 7, many of you are answering with the letter A. Okay, sa YouTube natin, karamihan letter A. And that is the correct answer. Correct answer po yan. Kaya meron tayong mga tinatawag na mga ambassador, mga diplomates, dahil po pinopromote natin international cooperation and harmony, and that would be diplomacy. Diplomacy po yan. Now, bakit hindi disarmament? Ano naman ang ibig sabihin nitong disarmament? Disarmament means the act of reducing, limiting, or abolishing weapons. The act of reducing, limiting, or abolishing weapons. So ito yung ginagawa nga ng other countries, yung United Nations even, to North Korea, no? Gusto nilang i-disarma yung North Korea, especially pag sinasabi ng North Korea na meron silang nuclear weapons. Okay, so that's disarmament, the act of reducing, limiting, or abolishing weapons. All right, so again, letter A po for number 7. Now we go to number 8. To what classification of right does the right to live belong? Is it letter A, political, letter B, natural, letter C, statutory, or letter D, constitutional? Ma'am Marian Abid, welcome po. Sir CK, I think, is a Filipino who's working in Thailand, and he's a boy. Ah, yes. I used to work in Thailand pala. Sir CK. Yes, Ma'am Juvelin. Magre-replay na lang daw siya. All right, now a lot of people on YouTube are answering with D, others B. Dito naman sa Facebook, karamihan B. Merong D. Ma'am Odeklas Nivram, 500 na po yung ating payment. Okay, so D, B, yan yung mga karamihang answers sa Facebook. Okay, Sir Ferdinand, good evening po. Ma'am Daisy, Ma'am GV, Ma'am Annalie, good evening po. Ma'am Merlin, Ma'am Chris. All right, now before we go to the answer, before we reveal the correct answer, to what classification of right does the right to live belong? Okay, pag sinabi mong political right, these are rights that would include the participation in the establishment and the administration of a government. So this would include the exercise of the franchise. So yung nakakaboto ka, the holding of public office, pwede kang maging congressman, konsehal, kapitana, and other political activities. So basta political activities po, nasa political rights yan. Pag sinabi mo namang natural rights, these are the rights granted to all people by nature or by God. Okay, so this would include, lumalabas po ito sa let nyo, what are the 3 natural rights that we have? And this would include the right to life, liberty, and security. Tandaan nyo po yung tatlo, okay? The right to life, liberty, and security. These are natural rights. These are our fundamental rights nga, no? And when you say statutory rights naman, these are legal rights. Legal rights to dapat. This should be rights, not rates. Legal rights based on national or local laws. Okay, so base po siya sa laws natin na national or po pwede ding local laws. So yung panawagan na wag lalabas, okay, wag lalabas dahil nga naka-quarantine yung mga nasa barangay nyo, may nag-positive sa inyo. Pag sinabing may law na, may ordinance or whatever, hindi po kayo po pwedeng lumabas. That's a part of your law, no? So whatever is stated in your national, local laws na rights, those are statutory rights. And then, of course, your constitutional rights, these are some rights that are recognized by the state through our Constitution. And so, the correct answer would be letter B. Natural rights po ang inyong tamang sagot. Okay? That's the right to life. Right to life, that would be a natural right. Okay? So, letter B is the correct answer. Now, we go to number 9. Okay? Still social studies. Which human right violation is the killing of a family member? Is it genocide, parricide, homicide, politicide? Watching from Umingan, Pangasinan, Ma'am Annalie. Hello, good evening to my sister, Ma'am EJ Saison Salarda. Watching from Tigbawan, Iloilo. Ma'am May Dalisay, maraming salamat po for sharing our video. All right, let's take a look at some of the comments that we have on YouTube. Good evening po, Ma'am Norhana. Ma'am Jerilyn, thank you. Ma'am Mary Ann Medina is from Santa Maria. Okay, so this one was already part of our live stream yesterday. Okay, nasa live stream na po natin ito kagabi. Hindi siya yung tamang sagot, pero diniscuss ko na din siya kagabi. Okay, so again, this one is the killing of a family member. Okay, killing of a family member. So again, when you say killing of a group, a certain group, ethnic group, that would be genocide. Homicide naman is when you kill someone, pero iba siya sa murder because this is not planned. So maaring due to negligence lamang, aksidente. Politicide naman is killing people with the same political beliefs. And so your answer would be letter B. Letter B, that's the correct answer. Okay, letter B po, that's parricide, and that would be the correct answer. Killing of a family member. Now we go to number 10. Where does the pickup needle on a phonograph move the fastest across the record? Saan mabilis yung ikot? Okay, ng ating CD, for example, or plaka. Okay, so phonograph. Is it letter A, at the outside of the record? Letter B, at the inside of the record? Letter C, it has the same speed everywhere? Letter D, none of the above. Watching from Lake Cebu, South Cotabato. Welcome po, Sir John Leong. So sabi ni Ma'am GV dito, homicide is killing without a plan. For example, aksidente sa motor. That's correct. Watching from San Jose, Northern Samar. Ma'am Merlin Sevilla. Yes, that's correct, Ma'am Jasmine. No? Hitler used genocide. We've already also discussed that yesterday. Okay, now a lot of people on YouTube are answering the letter B. B din. Karamihan nandito sa Facebook, B din. Okay, now going back to your question here, where does the pickup needle on a phonograph move the fastest across the record? Okay, the correct answer here is, lahat kaya kayo tama or lahat kayo mali? Correct answer is letter A, at the outside po of the record. Okay, this is based on the laws of physics. So the farther you are from the center, mas mabilis po yung iyong ikot. Okay, so that's letter A, at the outside of the record. That's the same thing with your merry-go-round. So mga rides mo sa iyong theme park, merry-go-round mo or this ride here, I don't know what this ride is called, mas malayo ka from the center, mas grabe yung impact sa'yo. So kung hindi mo gustong masyado mahilo yung anak mo, dapat nasa center siya. For example, sa merry-go-round mo, sa carousel, nasa center siya dapat, nasa center siya. Hindi siya nasa labas dahil mas grabe yung effect pag nasa labas ka. Okay, so letter A po is the correct answer for number 10. Number 10, letter A. Now we go to number 11. The power rating of an electric motor that draws a current of 3 amperes when operated at 120 volts is it letter A, 40 watts, letter B, 360 watts, letter C, 540 watts, or letter D, 10,080 watts or 1,080 watts? Okay, so this one is under physics. Watching from Infanta, Quezon. Okay, Sir Wikal ba? Eagle? Mas mahirap na ang GenEd kaysa sa ProfEd. OMG, sabi ni Ma'am Genevieve. Okay, now a lot of you are answering the letter B on YouTube. Some people on Facebook are also answering the letter B. Okay, now going back to the question here, we have the power rating of an electric motor that draws a current of 3 amperes when operated at 120 volts is. Okay, now power rating po, the formula would be voltage times current. So that's voltage times current. I'd also want you to take note of this. Current po has the unit of amperes and voltage naman has the unit of volts. Then of course, power has the unit of watts. Take note po niyan. Okay, take note nyo po yan at baka lumabas sa left. What is the unit of current? That's amperes. Unit of voltage is volts. Unit of power is watts. So again, power rating is just voltage times current. In this case here, we have just 120 times 3. And so the correct answer would be 360 watts. And that's letter B. Okay, so karamihan tama ang sagot. That's letter B po, 360 watts. Letter B is the correct answer. Now we go to number 12. Who is the first scientist to measure the speed of light in water? Is it letter A, Mendel, letter B, Galileo, letter C, Mendeleev, letter D, Foucault? Ano kaya yung tamang sagot for question number 12? Ma'am Princess Abelia, our schedule po is Saturday and Sunday, 7 p.m. Philippine time. Watching from Dumanhog, Cebu. Watching from Pagadian, Sir Bert, yes, Kariman. Welcome po. Make sure that you like or you heart this video and that you share it to your friends so that we can help more people pass the let. Oh, tama pa rin yung sagot ni Ma'am Mary Jane. Kahit walang idea, no? Nakachamba siya sa number 11. Tama yung sagot ni Ma'am. Okay, now karamihan sa mga tao dito sa YouTube, your answer is letter C. D na lang kasi hindi kilala. Di ko alam, so D na lang. Okay, now again, the question is, who is the first scientist to measure the speed of light in water? Now, the correct answer here is letter D. Yung hindi nyo kilala, siya yung tama. Okay, so letter D, tama si Sir Jeffrey, no? Ako din, hindi niya kilala, so yun yung hula niya. Si Ma'am Annalie din sa Facebook, no? At si Ma'am Roslyn. All right, so that's the correct answer. Letter D, that would be Foucault. Okay, he was the first person to measure the speed of light. Alam niyo na yung mga ibang tao dito, di ba? Na-introduce ko na to silang tatlo sa inyo. Si Mendel. Mendel is the father of genetics. So Mendel was an Austrian monghe po siya. And of course, he was the one who first studied garden peas. So ginamit niya yung garden peas because one time, dahil nga mongha siya, yung ginagawa lamang niya ay nagtatanim, nag-garden itong si Mendel at nakita niya while looking at his garden, nagtaka siya bakit iisang plant lamang ito. These are all garden peas, but some of them are tall, others are short, some of them have purple flower, others have white flower. And so that started his curiosity, and so he experimented on their breeding. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng genetics. Okay, so that's Gregor Mendel, the father of genetics. Si Mendeleev naman, you know him as the father of the modern periodic table. So he was the first one to arrange your elements. Okay, so yung pinaka-periodic table na ginagamit natin ngayon, that's Mendeleev. Okay, so he arranged the elements according to their properties, their characteristics. Si Galileo, you know him, Galileo Galilei. He is also one of the most popular Greek philosophers that we have. Now, contrary to the common belief that Galileo discovered or invented the telescope, hindi po siya yung nag-invento ng telescope. Na-discuss ko na po ito sa ating previous live streams. The inventor of the telescope is Hans Lippershey. Hans Lippershey is the inventor of your telescope. Si Galileo lamang yung unang gumamit ng telescope to study the heavens, to study the stars, space, the solar system, whatever. Okay, so that's Galileo. Pero yung nag-invento talaga, that would be Hans Lippershey. But in this case here, for number 12, the question, the first scientist to measure the speed of light in water, the correct answer here would be letter D, Foucault. Okay? It's his fault, sabi ni Sir CK. Okay? So letter D, Foucault po is the correct answer. Now we go to number 13. This is still in science. Which of the following activities help reduce water pollution? Is it letter A, throw only liquid waste? Letter B, use organic fertilizers in the farm? Letter C, clean with soap instead of detergent? Letter D, treat wastewater before it is discharged? Ano kaya yung tamang sagot for number 13? Permihan mali? Permihan mali na ba? Okay lang, sabi, ayan na naman si Ma'am Norhana. O, sige lang, magkamali tayo. At least, we are learning a lot. Thank you, Ma'am Norhana. That should be your mentality. Tama yan. Ma'am Cheryl Barrera, good morning po from South Carolina, USA. Ano to, Sir Carl Prix from Infanta, Quezon. Ma'am Abby, good morning to my beautiful sister, Ma'am Cindy Lou from South Carolina. Ma'am GV, nighttime po meron kayong duty. So back to school na daw si Ma'am GV. Alright, now karamihan ng mga nandito sa YouTube, your answer is letter D. Karamihan letter D, may B. Okay, nandito yung mga nandito naman sa Facebook, merong D. Karamihan ay D. Ma'am, Sir Ray Sikor-Sikon, welcome po. Alright, so again, number 13. Which of the following activities help reduce water pollution? Water pollution po. Okay, the correct answer here is, bakit yung may mga, karamihan sa inyo nag-answer ng letter B, no? Organic fertilizers in the farm. Letter D, marami din nagsagot ng letter D. The correct answer is letter D. Treat wastewater before it is discharged. Again, pag sinabi po nating organic in science, this means it contains the element carbon. Okay, so it contains the element carbon that would be called organic. But the correct answer for this one is to treat your wastewater before it is discharged. So bago po siya ilagay, bago po siya itapon sa ilog, dapat itinitreat muna yung wastewater, especially those that are coming from our pabrika, no? Sa mga planta, sa mga factories, pag meron silang wastewater, dapat po hindi diretsong tinatapon sa ating mga bodies of water. So dapat tinitreat muna sila. So that's the reason that we've got letter D as the correct answer. So again, ang organic fertilizers namang dito, yung sinasabi nating organic, again, tandaan nyo yan, pag sinabing organic in science, this means it contains the element carbon. Usually carbon, which is bonded to hydrogen. Okay, so tinatawag nating hydrocarbon. But the correct answer here, of course, would be letter D. Letter D is the correct answer. Okay. Now, a lot of you were confused because we had eutrophication yesterday. Yung eutrophication kasi, it can happen when some of your fertilizers, some organic fertilizers will go to your lakes, bodies of water, rivers. So, pwede siyang makaproduce ng fish kill, okay? Pwede siyang mag-produce ng algal bloom, eutrophication, fish kill. But in this case here, the one that can really reduce water pollution is to treat wastewater. Remember, you have the term reduce. Paano mo mababawasan yung water pollution? That's why your answer would be to treat wastewater before it is discharged. Remember, if you use organic fertilizer, pwede pa nga magka-eutrophication, pwede pang magka-fish kill. Don't forget that you have the term reduce here. All right, so the correct answer for number 13 would be letter D, to treat wastewater before it is discharged. All right, now we go to number 14. Which among the following are duplicated in the process of mitosis? Is it letter A, centrosomes, letter B, centromeres, letter C, chromosomes, letter D, chloroplast? Kapitana Norhana, maraming salamat po sa iyong ayuda. Thank you, Ma'am Norhana. Ma'am GV, I'm learning kahit wala pang education units, malaking bagay, lalo na sa ProfEd. Thank you po. Okay, so Ma'am GV is also from KSA. Thank you, Ma'am Cynthia, for your comment, positive feedback. All right, now a lot of people, ang bilis ng mga nasa YouTube, letter C kaagad. Dito sa Facebook, okay, so karamihan din letter C. So again, going back to your question here, which among the following are duplicated in the process of mitosis? So mitosis po is one part of our cellular division, one type of cellular division. Meron po tayong tinatawag na mitosis. I will not go into details na muna because I'm planning to make a video on this. I'm going to differentiate mitosis from meiosis, okay? So, yung sinasabi pong mitosis, this one is a type of cellular division. Dinidivide po yung mga nasa loob ng nucleus ng ating cell. Now, if you are still not familiar with the different parts of the cell, meron na po tayong video on the different organelles, the different parts of the cell. Tingnan nyo po yan, you watch it, because a lot of the items in the LET, especially in your GenEd, are coming from those topics, okay? Now, the choices that we have here are centrosomes, centromeres, chromosomes, chloroplasts. Okay, now if you have this is a picture of your cellular division na, no? This is mitosis, particularly your metaphase. Okay, so metaphase to na mitosis. Your chromosomes are these ones, yung ribbon-like structure mo, these are chromosomes. And these ones actually are made up of DNA. So sa chromosome mo, maraming DNA. Kada DNA mo, kada gene in your DNA, that would make up your trait, yung character trait mo na namamana mo nga sa iyong nanay, sa iyong tatay, whether you are going to have straight hair or curly hair, whether you're going to be tall or short, lahat yan ay nasa gene natin, nasa DNA, nasa chromosome. Now, so this is your chromosome, no? Yung pinaka-ribbon-like structure. Yung centromere mo, that would be the middle part of your chromosome. So middle part ng chromosome, that would be your centromere. Ang centrosomes naman, ito, ang area na nasa cell mo, kung saan natatagpuan mo yung centriole. Yung centriole kasi is very important dahil ito yung nagiging source ng fiber, ito, ng spindle fiber, kung saan nag-a-attach itong mga chromosomes mo. At nag-guide nga sila during cellular division, in this case nga, during mitosis. Now, chloroplast, you know chloroplast to be an organelle which can only be found in plant cells. So, chloroplasts po are organelles which can only be found in plant cells, and these are the ones that contain chlorophyll. Okay, so ito po yung nagko-contain ng chlorophyll. And so, our plants are able to harness, are able to collect the energy coming from the sun, and they're able to use this for photosynthesis, the process through which they make their own food. Okay, so the correct answer here, of course, would be letter C, chromosomes po. Chromosomes, that's correct. Okay, so chromosomes is the correct answer for number 14. What is duplicated in the process of mitosis? That would be chromosomes. That's correct. All right, now we go to number 15, still science. Why are nights cooler when the sky is clear than when it is overcast? Is it letter A, cooler air holds less vapor? Letter B, the sun is hidden during the night? Letter C, there is no cloud cover to prevent heat from escaping? Letter D, rain falls when water vapor condenses above the freezing point. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot for number 15? Okay, sa karamihan sa inyo on YouTube, tama. Good evening, watching from Cotabato City. We have Ma'am Charlene Maghanoy on YouTube. Good evening po. From Raha, Buayan, Maguindanao, Ma'am Aiza. Good evening. Parang nag-aaral lang ulit ng anatomy, sabi ni Ma'am GV. Ma'am GV pala yung RN, no? So Ma'am GV is the nurse. Okay, so dito sa ating Facebook, karamihan din ay letter C. Ma'am Ayanes Sanjurane. Good evening po. Ma'am Christy Alan Rodrigo, good evening. Sir Jason Kabila, good evening po. Welcome back. Okay, so karamihan sa inyo, yung sagot nyo is letter C. And that would be the correct answer. There's no cloud cover to prevent heat from escaping. Tama po yan. Okay? So, cooler yung gabi dahil nga walang cloud. Dahil pag may cloud, nape-prevent niya yung heat from escaping the atmosphere. Okay? So, nandyan lang yung heat sa atmosphere natin. Okay? Sa troposphere. Pag merong clouds. But because there is no cloud, the nights are cooler. Okay? So, that's the correct answer. Letter C. Tama yan. All right, now number 16. Why do people feel their ears pop or crack when they are up in the air? Is it letter A, air is cleaner, letter B, air is cooler, letter C, there are more air particles, or letter D, there are less air particles? Good evening, Sir Felix Osano. O Sir Felix, nandito ka na sa Facebook, wala ka na sa YouTube. From Polomolok, South Cotabato. Ligwak? Oh, Ma'am Christine, akala ko ba nagkaroon ka ng inspiration? Ba't panay mali? Ma'am Jeline, Catalunya, kakatapos na magsimba, habol lang po kayo. Okay, so karamihan sa YouTube, may B, may C, may D. Okay, dito naman sa Facebook natin, may C, may D. Okay, karamihan C. Alright, so again, the question is, why do people feel their ears pop? Na-experience nyo to kung nasa himpapawid na kayo, no? Nasa airplane kayo, or pagpupunta kayo sa Baguio, di ba? Namibingi kayo. Okay, so that's the one that we're looking for here. So your ears pop, nabibingi ka, tapos after some time, babalik yung pandinig mo, and you say that your ears are cracking. Okay, so is it really because the air is cleaner, the air is cooler, there are more air particles, there are less air particles? Now, let's go to this picture that we have here. If you are asking, if you're talking about air pressure, if there is a question in the left asking you for the air pressure, and the question is, which among the following will have more air pressure or will have higher air pressure? Is it a place that is lower, a place at sea level, or is it a place that is at a higher elevation, higher altitude? Saan nga ba mas malaki, mas mataas yung air pressure? For example, sa mga mabababang lugar like Manila or sa Baguio. Okay, so is this, for example, this is Manila, this is Baguio here. Saan mas mataas ang air pressure? Your answer po there would be in Manila. So the lower the elevation, the higher is the air pressure. Dahil mas maraming ang particles of air dito. Okay, so mas marami yung particles of air. That means habang umaakit ka, habang pataas ng pataas, habang higher yung elevation, your air particles become less and less. Okay? Mas konti po yung air particles mo, kaya lower yung air pressure. Kasi konti na lang yung air particles na nagpo-push down on you. Kaya kung inyong napapansin, yung mga mountaineers natin, yung mga umaakyat sa Mount Everest, ay meron po silang baon na oxygen tank. Dahil panipis na nga ng panipis yung air, and so nahihirapan na silang huminga. Okay? Nahihirapan na silang huminga. And so the correct answer would be letter D. There are less air particles. There are less air particles po. Okay? So, mas nagninipis yung air habang umaakit ka. Kaya meron silang dalang oxygen tank dahil nahihirapan na silang huminga. Okay, so letter D po is the correct answer for number 16. And we go to number 17. Why do leaves with green color look green in the sunlight? Is it letter A, they absorb the blue and yellow object and light? Letter B, the blue and yellow colors bounce off from the leaves. Letter C, they absorb green light. Or letter D, they reflect green light. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot for question number 17? Good evening from Rojas City, Capiz, Ma'am Josie Teves. Di na makafocus si Ma'am Christine, sabi ni Sir Mark. Oh, sabi ni Sir Omar, okay lang yan Ma'am Christine, ang mahalaga may natutunan tayo. Tama si Sir Omar, I'll try hard, sabi ni Ma'am Christine. Oh, sila na. Tayo, celebrate na yan. Si si Ma'am Vanessa Samis pala nasa Tapas din. Okay, she's also watching from Tapas, Capiz. Okay, so iba-iba na naman yung sagot ng mga nasa YouTube natin. Nasa Facebook, karamihan ay Letter D. Ma'am Nezay Gonzalez Hapitana, good evening po. Ma'am Limon, welcome back. Sir Drode, Ma'am Drode, welcome back po. Okay, so karamihan naman dito, Ma'am Daisy Ramirez, good evening po. Karamihan dito sa Facebook, letter D yung sagot. Daoming Se, good evening po. Ma'am Joy, good evening. Oh, sabi ni Ma'am GV nandito sa Facebook, nagre-review lang, nagka-love life. Okay lang yan, Ma'am Lizelle. Importante po natututo, sabi nga ni Kapitana Norhana. Okay, so again, going back to the question that we have here, why do leaves with green color look green in the sunlight? Is it letter A, they absorb the blue and yellow object and light? Letter B, the blue and yellow colors bounce off from the leaves? Letter C, they absorb green light? Letter D, they reflect green light? Okay, so ito po yung ating illustration dito. Pag tinitingnan po natin yung dahon po would appear green in our eyes, no? Pag nakikita natin yung dahon, nakikita natin siya na may kulay na green. Dahil nga, green is the light, the color, which is reflected from the leaves. That is the one that is reflected from the leaves. So that would be the correct answer. Letter D po, they reflect green light. They reflect green light. That's the correct answer. Okay, so number 17 po is letter D. Now we go to number 18, bagoong smells, because I have discussed this a bit before in one of our live streams. May nangangamoy na ligawan, sabi ni Sir Mark. Sir Javier Credo, welcome back po. From Bicol, Tiwi, Albay, Magayon. Sana all my love life. Ma'am Maricho Agustin, ang tagal mo pong hindi nakabalik. Okay, sa ngayon lang lumakas yung signal. Okay, no, karamihan sa mga estudyante natin na nasa YouTube, yung answer is letter C. Dito sa Facebook, ganun din. Letter C din yung answer. Biosci major and RN as well. Si Ma'am Mary Jane Ocon, planning to take the LET. So pareho po tayo na major. Biosci din po. Okay, so may D, may C din dito sa ating Facebook. And the correct answer here is, I have discussed this before in kahapon ba yun? Or on Thursday yata, no, last Thursday. I've discussed this and the correct answer is letter C. Molecules from bagoong spread in the air. This process nga is called diffusion. Okay, so diffusion nga yung process through which bagoong molecules spread in the air. So that would be the correct answer, letter C. Okay, now we go to number 19. Which of these effects generally occurs as a result of warm air mass and cooler air mass converging on Earth's surface? Still science. Winds die down, the sky becomes clear, fine weather patterns develop, or letter D, cloud formation. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot? Okay, so Ma'am Marichu says, mahina yung signal, pero palagi siya nanonood ng videos. Ma'am Glidel Assis, at least ma'am, alam niyo na po ngayon kung saan kayo po, kailangang mag-concentrate. Alright, so ano kaya ang tamang sagot for 19 dito? Karamihan sa inyo on YouTube are answering the letter D. Ganun din sa Facebook. Okay, almost lahat, no? Letter D din. Alright, so again, the question is, which of these effects generally occurs as a result of warm air mass and cooler air mass converging on Earth's surface. If you have a warm air mass and a cooler air mass and they converge, what would happen? Would the winds die down, the sky becomes clear, fine weather patterns develop, or cloud formation? Okay, the correct answer here would be letter D po, cloud formation. That is how clouds are formed. If you have warm air and you have cool air converging. Now, kung inyo pong mapapansin, yung A, B, and C mo, halos magkaparehas lang naman to. Winds die down, sky becomes clear, fine weather patterns develop. Okay, so that's why the correct answer here would be letter D, and that is how really the clouds are formed. Okay, so the clouds are formed when warm air mass and cooler air mass converge. So that's the correct answer, letter D. Now we go to the last one. Oh, still science. Wala halos tayong English ngayon and math. Geothermal energy, an energy resource in the country, is based on which phenomenon? Kahit Filipino, wala tayo, no? Is it letter A, heat energy from the sun penetrates deep into the earth? Letter B, human activity is the largest source of heat energy on Earth. Letter C, there is a concentration of heat in places on the Earth's crust. Letter D, Earth's internal energy heats its surface more than the sun does. Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot for the last question, GenEd? Okay, inaantok daw si Sir Limited Edition Official. Pag science and math daw, inaantok siya. At least na-challenge, sabi ni Ma'am Grace. Tama yan. Yes, love? Excuse me muna, nandito na yung makulit. Yes, darling. I'm having a class, okay? Be quiet, okay? Just be quiet, don't talk. Don't write on the bed. Go grab some paper. Or here, I'm gonna give you some. Don't write on the bed, okay? Over here, darling. You're welcome. All right, ano kaya yung tamang sagot for the last question, GenEd? Okay, so karamihan sa inyo, C, may D, may B. From Cagayan Valley, good evening, Ma'am Rosie Villanueva on Facebook. Okay, now the correct answer here would be, karamihan naman sa YouTube, I see. The correct answer is letter C. There is a concentration of heat in places on the Earth's crust. Now, geothermal, remember when you have the prefix geo in science, this means the Earth. So, meron kang geology, the study of the surface of the Earth. Meron kang geography, okay? So, pag geo, Earth yan. Earth yung meaning ng geo. So the correct answer here would be letter C. There is a concentration of heat in places on the Earth's crust. Okay, that would be the correct answer. Please send me your score for GenEd out of 20. Ilan po yung tamang sagot nyo? So 10, 14, 15, 14, 11 for people on YouTube. 18 out of 20, 11, 16, 14. Okay, 11 out of 20. 9, 12, 17, 13, 16. What about people on Facebook? Ilan po yung nakuha niyong tamang sagot? Okay, 11 out of 20. Okay, so we have Ma'am June Lopez. 11 out of 20, 14 out of 20. Okay, so 12, 19 out of 20. Okay, 10. All right, so good job. So that means lamang po na kailangan nating dire-diretso pang i-review, no? Dahil marami pa tayong hindi alam. Marami pa tayong dapat na matutunan. Okay, so again, right after this, we're going back with our ProfEd. We'll start after 5 minutes. So again, if you are still not familiar with GROW, okay, I'll just discuss while waiting for the 5 minutes to be done. If you feel like you have to go to the restroom, mag-restroom break po muna kayo. GROW again is Gurong Pinoy Review Online Work Group, our exclusive FB group. Okay, so again, the payment is 500 pesos. You can pay through Palawan, Cebuana, ML. The name is there. That's my sister-in-law who's in the Philippines. So dapat po ay isend nyo sa amin yung inyong receipt right after you pay or right after someone pays for you. Okay, so send us your receipt through a private message on our Facebook page. That's Gurong Pinoy. Or you can also send a super sticker during our live streams on YouTube. Pwede din po super sticker through YouTube on a live stream. Okay, so again, live stream schedule for the month of August will be Saturday and Sunday, 7 p.m. Kada Sabado po, kada Linggo, alas 7 PH time, we are going to have our live stream. Okay, so wag po kayo makakalimot, Sir Loreto, our president, wag po kayo makakalimot, our live stream schedule for this month is Saturday, Sunday at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. po. Okay? Now, again, I would like to ask you, I would like to throw this question out. Do you feel like 20 items GenEd and 20 items ProfEd is too long for all of us? Do you think now we should, we should just have 15 items GenEd and 15 items ProfEd? Because right now it's 8, 10. 8-11, okay? So, paumpisa pa lang po tayo ng ating ProfEd. And of course, we are going to have 20 items for your ProfEd. If you feel like 2020 is okay, please comment with 1. If you feel like 20 and 20 is too long and you'd want us to reduce it to just 15, please comment with 2. So again, kung gusto nyo po na 20 items pa rin GenEd, 20 items ProfEd, just comment with the number 1. Pero pag feeling mo it's too much, then just comment with the number 2 if we are going to just make it 15 items GenEd, 15 items ProfEd. Hi, darling. What do you have in there?
I have a necklace and a red crayon because of my favorite color.
You want to say hi to them?
Yeah.
Okay. You talk to them. Say hi. And show them what you have. Okay, their mission number. All right, show them what you have there. You talk there.
Hi. Hi.
What do you have?
I have a necklace and a crayon, and that's my favorite color.
Your favorite color is?
Red.
Red? I thought it's purple.
But there's no purple crayon.
There's no purple crayon? You have none?
No.
You tell me your name. What's your name?
My name is Ring.
Okay, her name is Ring Manaay. What's the name of your mom?
Claire.
Your mom's name is Claire. How old are you?
This.
This? How much is that? 1. Can you count it?
1.
This one. Count your... No. You said you're this old, right? So count it.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so you're 3
Yeah.
years old. Okay. Mommy got mad at 2 yesterday. Naging karaan? Okay, say bye na.
Mommy. Bye.
Say bye na to the...
Bye.
Kiss. Okay, bye. You're heavy. Okay. You're so heavy.
Because I'm too big. Because I'm a big sister now.
You're a big sister? Good job.
Mommy.
Okay, 1 minute before we start. Sayang late na, Ma'am Cynthia Mabulay. It's okay po. Again, Saturday and Sunday, 7 p.m. Philippine time po yan for August. Sir, yung 500 po, it's one-time payment until the day that you take the let. Hindi po siya kada, sabi ni Sir, oh grabe, ang yaman naman ni Sir. Sabi ni Sir, 500 every week. Okay, hindi po. That's until the time that you take the let. So, dire-diretso po siya, Sir. So, your let probably is going to be in March. Thank you, Ma'am Marvy, for your positive feedback. Thank you, Ma'am May, and also thank you for sharing the video. Ma'am Nezay Gonzalez Hapitana, late na niyang nakita. Balik po kayo Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. Meron pa po tayong ProfEd. Okay, so sabi ni Sir Curson, okay lang daw ang 20. They're saying hi to you, Baby Rain. They're saying hi to you.
Mommy, can I show them my favorite food?
What's your favorite food? No, Langga, it's almost time for us to start. Later, okay? Later, love, okay?
Okay.
All right, so again, karamihan sa inyo 1, no? So karamihan sa inyo 20 items pa rin yung gusto. All right, now si Ma'am Grace Flores dito nagsabi thank you sa answer sheet, nagagamit na niya. So those people who are already in Grow, meron na po tayong answer sheet doon, so you can just print it. And magagamit niyo po siya when you answer, okay? So that you can practice shading na po. Daddy's downstairs. Go check. Go check. You want to go up? You want to watch YouTube downstairs? Hi, Sir Henel LaGuardia, our good friend watching from Saudi Arabia. Okay, so again, if you're already in Grow, you can download, you can print the answer sheet, and pwede niyo po yung gamitin habang nag-answer po kayo ay nag-shade na po kayo. Okay? Sabi ni Sir Loreto, back to 15, antukin si Sir. Pero karamihan kasi ay 20 yung gusto. Thank you, Sir Mark Prince Del Campo. May pahabol na ayuda. Maraming salamat, Sir Mark. Thank you, Ma'am Carolina, for your positive comment. Yes, Sir Jeffrey Arida. Doon po kayo mag-answer sa answer sheet para po makapractice kayo. Darling, I'm gonna open the door. Saglit lamang po. Buksan ko lang yung door. No, you have to let Nana get in. And darling, you cannot talk. Don't talk. Don't be making a lot of noise. I told you don't write on the bed, okay? Go ahead. Nana is waiting for you. You're gonna play. I'll see you later. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead and get it. See you later, my love. Your marker. You have the big one there. The one that you use for painting. The big one, the really big one. Okay? I'll see you. Okay, so again, puntahan niyo po yung Grow. Pag nasa Grow na kayo, meron na po tayong answer sheet doon. And so you can already practice shading. Okay, so para ma-practice niyo din po yung shading niyo, hindi masyadong madiin, hindi masyadong light. Tamang-tama lamang po at hindi lumalabas sa linya. All right, now we proceed with our ProfEd. We go to question number 1 on ProfEd. All right, among the following educators who propose the placement of children in a prepared environment, is it letter A, Thorndike, letter B, Montessori, letter C, Kilpatrick, letter D, Froebel? Ano kaya yung tamang sagot? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for question number 1? Okay, karamihan sa inyo, B, D, D. All right, if I can remember correctly, I've already discussed this a bit yesterday. Hi po, good evening, Sir Lester Dan Mahilom. Okay, so again, yesterday we've already discussed this a bit. Okay, among the following educators who propose the placement of children in a prepared environment. Is it letter A, Thorndike, letter B, Montessori, letter C, Kilpatrick, or letter D, Froebel? Okay, the correct answer is Letter B, Montessori. Okay, so letter B, Montessori, nasabi na po yan kagabi. Sabi nga ni Montessori sa kanyang book na The Secret of Childhood, si Maria Montessori, no? In 1966, she said, the first aim of the prepared environment is, as far as it is possible, to render the growing child independent of the adult. Okay, so the correct answer would be letter B, Montessori. So again, Froebel would be for natural environment. Froebel said the kids should learn by playing in their natural environment. Kilpatrick naman po is for the project method. So siya yung nagbigay sa atin ng project method. That's Kilpatrick. And Thorndike, of course, you know him for the theories on SR theories, no? Sinasabing stimulus response theories. And then, of course, si Thorndike din yung nagbigay sa atin ng 3 laws of learning. Kung inyong naaalala, 3 laws of learning, your the law of exercise, law of effect, and law of readiness. Okay, so law of effect, law of exercise, and law of readiness. Sa kay Thorndike din po yan. Now, if you're still not familiar with all of these things, make sure that you go to our YouTube channel and check all of the videos that we have, the GenEd playlist, ProfEd playlist, and also the live streams, previous live streams that we have. Tama po yung sinabi ni Sir GJ Mortab sa sa YouTube, connectionism, stimulus response, that's under Thorndike. But the correct answer, would of course, would be letter B, Montessori. Okay, so Maria Montessori, letter B. Now we go to number 2. Using Bloom's taxonomy, the highest among the following is it letter A, critical comprehension, letter B, critical evaluation, letter C, knowledge, letter D, application? Ano kaya yung tamang sagot dito? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for question number 2? ProfEd. Okay, so some of you are answering with B. Okay, my D, my A. All right, now going back to the question here, it says, using Bloom's taxonomy, the highest among the following is. Now remember, we already have 2 versions of Bloom's taxonomy. The first, the older version that we have here, it uses nouns. Okay, so nouns po yung ginamit niya. And then of course, synthesis is lower than evaluation. So you have knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, evaluation. And then again, sabi ko nga, as I've mentioned, it uses nouns. Again, balikan nyo po lahat ng videos natin sa GenEd, ProfEd playlist natin at sa live streams na discuss na po itong lahat ng to. Okay, so I will not go into details anymore. Now, in the new version, instead of using nouns, it is using verbs. Okay, so verbs po yung ginamit. So instead na knowledge, ginamit niya remembering, comprehension, understanding yung ginamit, and so on. And one very important change here, one very significant change here, is that evaluation now is placed under creating. Okay, so mas pinataas na itong synthesis, which is now called creating, than evaluation, which is now called evaluating. Okay, now going back to your choices here, you have comprehension. Comprehension is right here. Evaluation, so nandito yung evaluation, which means this is using the old version of Bloom's taxonomy. Knowledge is here, and application is here. Okay, these 3 levels are all just in your lower order thinking skills. So that means the correct answer would be letter B. Okay, letter B po ang tamang sagot. Okay, so letter B is the correct answer for question number 2. We go to number 3. Which of the following are the rationales behind using technology in the classroom? It takes the place of motivation, its unique instructional capabilities, it increases teachers' productivity. What do you think is the correct choice? 1 only, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1 and 3. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot? Okay, a lot of people are answering the letter C on YouTube. Sir Alcon, good evening and welcome po. Again, for those of you who have just tuned in, we have our live stream schedule Saturday and Sunday, both at 7 p.m. Philippine time. Okay, Saturday, Sunday po, 7 p.m. Philippine time. So wag po kayo makakalimot. All right, now a lot of you are answering with C, others B. Okay, now, can technology take the place of motivation? So wala nang motivation, technology na lang gagamitin. Is it letter number 2, unique instructional capabilities? Number 3 mo here, it increases teachers' productivity. The correct answer, of course, would be letter B. Letter B po lamang. Letter B, 2 and 3. Technology cannot take the place of motivation. So mali po yung part 1. Okay, so that means letter B is the correct answer. Letter B po ang tamang sagot. Now we go to number 4. A document published by a school district that identifies rules of behavior that must be followed by anyone using the school district's computers, network, or internet connection is called Classroom Rules, Acceptable Use Policy, Fair Use, Ethical Internet Use Policy. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot for question number 4? Good evening, Ma'am Christy Barba de la Mente, our former student, now a licensed teacher. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for question number 4? Ito yung nangyayari sa amin dito. For example, once we arrive here, we are given a device that we can use in teaching. So my laptop, but of course, we cannot use this laptop to watch non-essential websites. Okay, so hindi ka pwedeng mag-watch ng mag-online shopping using the laptop. And so what do you think is that document called? The correct answer, of course, here, a lot of you are answering with the letter D, and that would be the correct answer. Okay, so letter D po ang tamang sagot. That's ethical internet use policy. So dapat may ethics ka pa rin if you are using the internet. Okay, so letter D po yung tamang sagot for question number 4. We go to number 5. Teacher Grace is assigned to handle a multi-grade class. What instructional material must be used to provide the needs of each grade? Okay, so Teacher Grace is assigned to handle a multi-grade class, no? Ano kaya ang instructional material that she can use to provide the needs of each grade? Is it letter A, differentiated materials cater to different levels? Letter B, multi-sensory materials? Letter C, colorful, useful, and durable materials. Letter D, materials of high-level thinking skills. What do you think is the correct answer for question number 5? Okay, a lot of people on YouTube are answering with the letter A, my B. Okay, the same thing in Facebook. On Facebook, a lot of people are also answering with the letter A. So again, you have a teacher who's assigned in a multi-grade class. So alam naman natin pag sinabi mo multi-grade class, another term for this is a combination class. So that means iba-iba yung levels ng inyong mga estudyante. Tama si Ma'am Izay, that's your hint, multi-grade. And so the correct answer, of course, would be letter A, differentiated materials to cater to different levels. Iba-iba dapat yung materials mo dahil maaaring meron kang grade 1, may grade 2, may grade 3. So hindi po pwedeng lahat ng gamitin mo materials ay pang grade 3 lamang. Hindi siya po pwede sa iyong grade 1 na student. Okay, so that's differentiated, meaning iba-ibang klase ng materials. Okay, not multi-sensory materials, not colorful, useful, durable. Hindi din po pwedeng high level dahil baka nasa lower grade pa yung student mo at hindi pa nila masyadong abot yung level ng iyong material. Okay, so letter A is the correct answer. Now we go to number 6. Miss Ella will be absent for 2 days because of a national conference. She wants her students to work on a certain module. What is the fastest way of sending the module to students while she is away? Letter A, mail the module to each student. Letter B, share it to all her students in her live account. Letter C, send the module through group messaging. Letter D, message each of the student on a social networking site. Ano kaya ang tamang sagot for question number 6? So si ma'am mo, si Miss Ella, ay magiging absent. Mag-a-absent siya for 2 days dahil meron siyang national conference na pupuntahan. Now, meron siyang gustong pasagutan sa estudyante niya na module. What is the fastest way? Fastest way. Okay, your hint here is fastest. What's the fastest way of sending the module to students while she is away? Okay, pang new normal, tama si Sir Jeffrey. Okay, what is the fastest way? A lot of you are answering the letter C, and that's the correct answer. Okay, so group messaging, pag meron kayong FB group, meron kayong group chat, ay doon niya isi-send. Doon na isi-send ni ma'am para isang send lang. Okay, so isang pag-send lang, lahat makakakita na, lahat ay makakapag-download na, lahat marahil ay makakapag-answer na. Okay, so number 6, that's C, and that is correct. Now we go to number 7. Teacher Elsa wants her students to verbally express their opinions regarding a certain government issue. Which of the following can she use to do this? Is it forum, blog, email, private messaging? O kunwari, yung pag-uusapan nila ay yung franchise renewal ng ABS-CBN. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer? Bawal na daw magpalit, Ma'am Christine, sabi ni Sir Omar. Oy, Sir Omar, hindi naman daw niya ikaw pinapalitan or papalitan. Okay, no, karamihan sa inyo on YouTube, your answers are letter A. Okay, dito lang sa Facebook. Okay, may mga sumasagot din. A. Okay, may A, may D. Okay, the correct answer here would be, sabi kasi ng ating question, sabi, Teacher Elsa wants her students to verbally, yan yung hint nyo, verbally express their opinions regarding a certain government. Verbal, meaning dapat sasabihin nila, no, using their mouth. Verbal dapat, verbal expression. And so, the correct answer would be letter A, forum. Forum po yan. Okay, so it's not blog. Yung blog kasi ay sinusulat, tinatype. Email, sinusulat din. Private messaging, of course, that's also not verbal. Okay, so the correct answer would be letter A. So dapat nga sinasabi ko sa inyo, when you're answering, especially your ProfEd, dapat mapagmatsyag, dapat matanglawin kayo. Tingnan nyo lahat ng hints na po pwede nyo makita. Yung question nyo, usually, nandyan na ang inyong tamang sagot. Okay, so that would be letter A, forum. All right, now we go to number 8. Miss Cruz dreams of organizing a seminar with a known poet from another country, but she cannot afford to spend for the transportation of the said poet. Which of the following can she use so she won't need to spend much? Is it letter A, instant messaging, letter B, video conferencing, letter C, distance communication or distant communication, letter D, podcasting? Oh, sabi ni Ma'am Faith Manaog, nag-review lang, nagka-love life na. Baka may magalit. Hindi naman kasi sumasagot to Sir Omar. May GF ka na daw ba, Sir Omar? Okay. What about the people on Facebook? What do you think is the correct answer for number 8? Ay, mga nasa YouTube kasi natin, matagal na to silang magkakakilala, no? Matagal na silang nag-i-interact. And so, medyo komportable na sila. Ang dami ng mga okrayan dito. Okay, Ma'am Christine, single daw. Okay, so my B and my C sa Facebook. Dito sa YouTube natin is letter B din. Okay, and that would be the correct answer. Okay, so as video conferencing. So parang katulad lang nitong ginagawa natin, okay? I'm in another country, some of you are also in other countries, the rest of you, most of you are in the Philippines, but we can organize our online review, okay? This is through video conferencing. Conferencing. Ang podcasting kasi, yung podcasting mo, this is audio lamang, pakikinggan mo lamang siya. Distant communication, we don't know what distant communication this is talking about. Instant messaging, this is just your private message. So the correct answer would be letter B, okay? So tama din yung mga nasa Facebook. Karamihan sa kanila tama din. Good job. Okay, now we go to number 9. Which of the following is a result of compressing a file? If you compress a file, what happens? The file is deleted, the file size becomes smaller, the 3-character extension is hidden, all file properties are changed. What do you think is the correct answer for number 9? Bawal daw yung pa-phone, Sir Omar. Naka-love team na. Nawala na kasi yung una nating love team, Sir Felix Xavier, kasi hindi nakabalik. Oh, si Sir Bluer, si Sir Blue, Christine, si Sir Blue ay nagtatampo. Nandito naman daw siya. Love life pa more. Sa gabal yan, sabi ni host. Oh, may love triangle na. Okay, now karamihan sa inyo letter B. On Facebook also, most of you answered the letter B. And that is the correct answer. The file size becomes smaller. Kaya natin kinocompress yung file. Kadalasan, hindi kasi masend as it is. Okay? So, kinocompress siya para mas maliit yung file size. Okay? Mas lumiit yung file size niya para ma-send mo na siya. So, that's letter B. Tama po yung letter B. Okay, number 10. Which of the following are the basic components of curriculum things? Content, structure, and delivery. Letter B, assessment, teaching strategy, and textbooks. Letter C, philosophy, goals, and objectives. Letter D, standards, learning competencies, and evaluation. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot for question number 10 natin? Saan dito yung basic components of curriculum design? Si Ma'am Norhana Ismael, may pahabol na ayuda. Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Norhana. Thank you po. Nag-e-enjoy siya sa mga nagkaka-love life. Okay, karamihan sa inyo, ang answer is C. May A, may D. So, halo-halo na, no? Dito sa ating Facebook, C din, karamihan. Okay, puntahan natin yung ating slide muna. Ang question kasi ay, what are the basic components of your curriculum design? Now, these are the basic parts of your curriculum design. Objectives, okay, yung goals mo, no? Objectives, yung content, yung learning activities, this would be the activities that you give the students, and of course, dapat may evaluation para ma-check mo whether your curriculum is really good or really effective or not. So again, there's objectives, there's content, your subject matter, there's the learning experiences or the activities that you'd want your students to do. Then of course, to measure whether your curriculum design is really effective or not, you should have an evaluation. Okay, you should have an evaluation. Now, in our choices here, wala naman kasing kompleto dyan. Walang kompleto dyan sa ating choices. But the best choice that you have would be letter D. Letter D po yung ating pinakamalapit na sagot, and that would be the correct choice. Standards, may learning competencies, evaluation. Okay, so dapat po may evaluation. So again, for number 10, The correct answer is letter D. Letter D. Thank you po, Ma'am Glidel Assis, for your positive feedback. Okay, so again, letter D is the correct answer for number 10. Now we go to number 11, which is implied by a positively skewed score distribution. Paulit-ulit na lamang tong tanong na to. Okay, naiiba lang yung term dyan. Sometimes it's negatively skewed, sometimes it's positively skewed. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot? Maharap talaga itong mga nasa YouTube eh. Oh. Inaatupag kasi nila yung mga love life talaga nila dito sa YouTube. Yung sa Facebook, medyo, yung mga students natin sa Facebook, medyo seryoso. Okay, wala masyadong nagjo-joke or baka dahil ngayon pa lamang sila nagkakakilala dito. Yung mga nasa YouTube kasi natin, matagal na to silang magkakasamang mag-review. More than a month na. Ma'am Asli Ampang, good evening po. Welcome. Ma'am Genevieve, good evening. Watching from Iloilo, our former student, now LPT. Good evening po. Okay, nakaramihan sa inyo, yung sagot ay letter D. Okay, D din dito sa YouTube, letter D din. Mas masaya daw sa YouTube. Maraming maharot. Okay, the correct answer here would be letter D. Most of the scores are low. Tama po yan. Okay? So, the correct answer again is letter D. Pag sinabi mo pong positively skewed score distribution, again, pag sinabi mo kasing skewedness, this one pertains to the tail. Ito yung karamihan sa inyong and karamihan sa iyong score. So, hindi pala karamihan. Ito yung mga less na scores mo, no? So, pag sinabi mong positively skewed, yung tail niya nasa positive, pero karamihan ng score, of course, would be low. Okay, so letter D, that's the correct answer. Letter D po is the correct answer for number 11. Now we go to number 12. What is the meaning of toss in the parlance of test construction? This is a very easy question. Okay, so Ma'am Ayanyes pala ay undergrad din. Naghahanda pa for the LEP. Good job. Good preparation. All right. Oh, ayan. Ito, naghihingian na yung mga nasa YouTube, mga mahaharot talaga to, maharot to. Naghihingian pa ng mga picture. Section maharot. Okay, letter B. Karamihan sa kanila, letter B yung sagot. Na late si Mamay. Okay lang po. Nag-dinner sila. It's okay po, habol lang tayo. Alright, nakaramihan sa inyo, letter B, no? Letter B yung sagot nyo. Ganun din sa Facebook and YouTube. Karamihan, letter B. And of course, we know that that's the correct answer. Okay, so TOS po is table of specifications. Table of specifications is the correct answer. Alright, 13. Which is the first step in planning for a periodic test? Okay, runaway answer na to, runaway question na to. Napaka-easy na ng inyong question. Paano naging easy? Dahil paulit-ulit na lamang ito. Okay, alam nyo na to. Sabi ni Ma'am Grace Flores, lisensya muna bago love life. Iwas pa sa sakit. Natatawa na lang daw si Sir GJ sa mga nangyayari sa YouTube. Okay, now, this was actually suggested by my husband, si Sir Ram. Lipat na rin ata ako sa YouTube, sabi ni Ma'am Mary ano. Masaya po sila sa YouTube. Nagkaka-love life sila, nag-o-okrayan sila doon. This was suggested to me by my husband, Sir Ram, and he suggested that we can have an online acquaintance party. Okay, so sabihin niyo lang po kung if you agree to this suggestion, kung gusto niyo magka-online acquaintance party tayo, and then of course we can have pwede tayong mag-contest kasi nung meron pa kaming review seller, we had our of course acquaintance party. So lahat ng sections nandun. At marami kami mga pa-contest. So, pwede tayong magpa-contest kahit online. Pwede tayong magpa-quiz bee. Pwede tayong magpa-singing contest. Pwede tayong magpa-TikTok contest. Okay, yung dance contest. Pwede. Okay, so if you agree, please comment with number 1. Okay, please comment with number 1 so we can set our online acquaintance party. Okay, so para naman magkita-kita tayo, makita ko na din yung mga face nyo. Okay, please comment with the number 1 if you agree. Magiging masaya po yan. Because of course, all work and no play makes John a dull person. Okay, so sa ProfEd, dapat may play din. Okay, paminsan-minsan ay may play din. So kami talaga, nung meron pa kami review center, ay meron kaming acquaintance party at masyadong masaya yung acquaintance party. Nakikita niyo naman siguro sa ibang pictures namin, merong mga palaro. Okay? Merong mga palaro, merong mga games, may group games, meron ding individual. So in our case, pwede naming i-prepare or pwede din naman na some of you can help us prepare. So maaring for example, si Sir Loreto, who is our president, appointed president on YouTube, pwedeng mag-ask ng help sa some of your classmates there and you can prepare for the different activities that we can have. Pwede tayong mag-Zoom. Okay, yung question ni Sir Jeffrey Alida, pwede tayong Zoom. Okay, so again, number 13, which is the first step in planning for a periodic test? Of course, you know that the correct answer here would be letter B, make a table of specifications. Okay, so interesado din naman lahat ng mga nasa Facebook. Okay, sana ma-timing sa day off. Masaya yan. Magkakaroon tayo ng iba't ibang contest. Alright, so again, letter B po is the correct answer for number 13, make a table of specifications. That's correct. All right, now we go to number 14. Number 14 po. Number 14 na tayo. Which of the following is the main purpose of the administration of a pre-test and post-test to the students? Bakit tayo nagbibigay ng pre-test at nagbibigay din ng post-test? Is it letter A, to measure the value of materials used? Letter B, accustom the students to frequent testing? Letter C, measure the learning of the poor students? Or letter D, measure the effectiveness of instruction? Ano kaya yung tamang sagot for question number 14? Number 14. Sa Zoom yata, I'm not sure kung ilan yung limit. I'll find out. I'll try to check later po. Sa Google Meet ba, walang limit? I'm not sure kung pwede akong mag-invite sa Google Meet. Kunwari okay, later. I'll try to find out later. A very big number 1, ha? Sir Bluer than Blue, ha? Gusto makita si Sir Javier, ni Sir Mark. Okay, now karamihan sa YouTube, your answer is letter D. Okay, now dito sa Facebook, ganun din. Yung answer nila ay letter D din. Okay, and that is the correct answer. Tama po yan. Meron tayong pre-test. The pre-test, of course, is to measure what the students know prior to instruction. So bago ka mag-instruct, bago ka magbigay ng lesson mo, i-measure mo muna kung anong alam ng students. And then after the lesson, magbibigay ka ng post-test. And so, the purpose is to measure the effectiveness of instruction. Naging effective ba yung naging instruction mo? Okay, so 14, that's letter D. Tama yan. Letter D, that's the correct answer. Now we go to 15. Which of the following does not belong to the group? When we talk about projective personality test, okay, saan dito yung hindi belong sa ating mga projective personality test na tinatawag? Is it letter A, sentence completion test, letter B, word association test, letter C, interview, letter D, thematic apperception test? What do you think is the correct answer for number 15? Sabi ni Sir, ni Ma'am Eva, I feel ABS-CBN tayo. 45 minutes lang pag hindi verified yung Zoom. Yung host ba, Ma'am Carolina? So pag hindi verified yung host sa Zoom, that's going to give you a limit of just 45 minutes. Po tayong majorship, Sir Carl. Na-hold pa po natin yung ating majorship dahil masyado pa pong malayo ang inyong LEP. So you still have, ilang months pa ba? More than 6 months pa yata. September, October, November, December, January, February, 7 months pa po. Okay, so si Sir Roger Mark is not sure daw kung makaka-attend siya. So next meeting, sa ating next live stream, mag-a-ask tayo ng suggestion kung kailan nyo gusto. Okay, kung ano yung karamihan available at kung ano yung mga pag-games natin, okay? All right, so again, going back to your question here, the question is, which of the following does not belong to the group when we talk about projective personality test? Now, pag sinabi mo kasing projective personality test, hindi diretsong sinasagot ng tao, hindi siya diretsong test. Yung subconsciously lang ay makikita mo yung personality ng tao, subconsciously. Okay, so it's not, ang sentence completion mo kasi, ina-ask mo yung isang tao na i-kompleto yung isang sentence. In that case, makikita mo yung personality ng isang tao. Word association test, ganun din. Okay? Yung thematic perception mo, ganun din siya. Subconscious lang. Yung subconsciously ay mami-measure mo yung personality ng isang tao. And so the answer would be letter C. Okay? Letter C yan, interview. Kasi yung interview is direkta. Okay? Tinatanong mo talaga siya. So it's not subconscious na personality testing. It's not projective personality test. Okay? So the correct answer would be letter C. That's the interview. Now we go to number 16. Teacher Nancy constructed a matching type test. In her column of descriptions are combinations of recent issues and sports. Which rule for constructing matching type test was not followed? Is it letter A? The options must be greater in number than the description. Letter B, the description must be homogeneous. Letter C, the description must be heterogeneous. Or letter D, arrange the options according to the order. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot for question number 16? Ma'am Grace Flores, pakitulungan niyo naman si Ma'am Grace Flores, nagtatanong ng answer sa 13 and 14. Yun na yata, may sumagot na. Sir Jeffrey, B for 13 and D for 14. Okay, nakaramihan sa sagot nyo is C, may B, may D, iilang B, karamihan ay C. Dito naman sa Facebook, karamihan ay B. Dito sa ating seryosong grupo. Okay? So, karamihan ay B. Sino kaya yung tama? Itong mga maharot or itong mga seryoso? Okay, so again, for number 16, Teacher Nancy constructed a matching test or matching type test. In her column of descriptions, so nasa descriptions niya, mga questions niya na part, are combinations of recent issues, tapos meron din mga sports. So anong rule of constructing or for constructing matching type test was not followed? The options must be greater in number than the description. We don't have any basis for this, no? Hindi naman siya na-mention dyan sa ating question. Letter B, the description must be homogeneous. Letter C, the description must be heterogeneous. Or letter D, arrange the options according to the order. The correct answer, of course, would be letter B. The description must be homogeneous. So tama itong ating Facebook group. Maraming tama sa kanila. B yung sagot nila. Dito sa ating YouTube, karamihan C. Okay? Pero meron din namang ilang mga nakatama. Alright, so again, sabi natin, when you are making your matching type test, dapat homogeneous yung inyong questions. Ang iyong description, dapat ay homogeneous. Dapat hindi siya halo-halo. Okay? Dapat hindi siya halo-halo. So letter B is the correct answer. Alright, now we go to number 17. Teacher A set 85% accuracy in a test on predicting the kind of weather given 5 different atmospheric conditions. May obtained a score of 82%. This can be interpreted as letter A, she is 3% short of the set percentile score. Letter B, she did not meet the set standards by 3%. Letter C, she obtained 82% or 82% percentile score. Letter D, she is higher than 82% of the group. Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot for 17? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for question number 17? All right, some people on Facebook are already answering. People on YouTube are answering with B, others C. Wala na siyang escort, si Ma'am Rafaela. And so, we should have another escort. Tama yan, pwedeng-pwede gawin natin when we have the online acquaintance party and mag-vote tayo ng ating class officers. Pwede tayong magkaroon ng class officers. Sir Blue, nandito ka din sa Facebook? Lumipat ka ba sa Facebook, Sir Blue? Iniwan kayo ni Sir Blue? Okay, now karamihan may sa ating YouTube I see Ma'am Ivy Joy Seralbo, good evening po. Okay, now again, going back to question number 17. Sabi ng 17 mo, teacher A set 85 accuracy. So, 85% yung kanyang criterion. Okay, 85% accuracy in a test on predicting the kind of weather given 5 different atmospheric conditions. Ngayon, yung estudyante mo, si May, nag-obtain lamang siya ng score na 82%. So this can be interpreted as, the correct answer here is letter B, sorry. She did not meet the set standards by 3%. Dahil this one is criterion reference testing siya. Okay, criterion reference siya. 85% accuracy. So that means that's the criterion. That is the criterion. So we know that this should be a criterion reference test. So we say that the correct answer is she did not meet the set standards. Remember, standard, criteria, your mastery, your drill are all part of your criterion reference testing. Okay, so she did not meet the set standards by 3% dahil 82% lamang ang nakuha niya. Ito kasi letter A mo, percentile score, letter C mo, percentile, and this one is still percentile dahil you are comparing it to a group. Norm reference testing sila. Okay, so norm reference testing to, which means na isa lamang yung criterion reference testing mo dito, and that would be letter B. Okay, so letter B po ang tamang sagot. Alright, now we go to number 18. Number 18 na po tayo, third to the last question for tonight. To increase the difficulty of a multiple choice test item, which of the following should be done? Okay, ano kaya yung gagawin mo para mas maging mahirap itong multiple choice test mo? What do you think would be the correct answer? Okay, si Sir Juram, sasali daw siya sa party. Ma'am Teresa, habol po kayo. Na-late si ma'am. Sir Janz, Your sister mo, Sir GJ, sister ni Sir GJ na si Ma'am Janze, tama ba? Ma'am Janze Morales Tabura, nakikinig daw siya ngayon. Good evening po. Okay, no, karamihan sa inyo on YouTube, your answers are letter A. Sir, yung soft copy po nito, yan po yung sinesend natin sa Grow. May tanong dito si Sir, pwede po ba kami magkaroon ng soft copies? Kaya po tayo may Grow, doon po sinesend yung mga materials, Sir. Hindi lamang po itong mga dinidiscuss natin, pero yung mga other materials din po na exclusive. So, magpa-member po kayo sa Grow, Sir. Alright, now dito sa Facebook, marami din ang sumasagot ng letter A. Okay, and that will be the correct answer. So make the options homogeneous, okay? Para mas mahirap yung tanong, dapat lahat ng options ay halos lahat ng options ay tama, okay? So mas mahihirapan yung mga estudyante mo para makuha yung tamang sagot. All right, number 19, second to the last. Which of the following test items can best effectively measure higher order cognitive learning objectives? Simple test, completion test, objective test, extended essay test. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot for our second to the last question? Nandito pala si Sir Bluer than Blue. Kala ko lumipat ka, Sir, sa Facebook. Kapit lang po. All right, now some of you on Facebook are answering with letter D. Okay, ganun din sa YouTube. Karamihan din letter D, and that is the correct answer. Okay, so extended essay test, that's the correct answer. When you say objective test, lahat po ng klase ng test na ito ay objective. Yung mga completion type, matching type, simple type, yung mga subjective lamang po. Kung sinabi mo kasing subjective, that means it is based on opinion. So maaaring essay siya na open-ended question. So lahat naman ito ay objective test. But your correct answer, of course, because we are looking for higher order cognitive learning objectives, that will be extended essay test. That's the correct answer. All right, now we go to the last question for tonight. Which of the following should be avoided in constructing a true or false test? Is it letter A, using verbal and context clues? Letter B, grouping questions by content? Letter C, taking statements directly from the book? Or letter D, keeping true and false statements the same in length? Okay, saan dapat dito ang inyong i-avoid when you are making or constructing a true or false test? Okay, this is the last question. Ma'am Colleen, good evening po. Sir Mark lang yung kakilala ni Ma'am Colleen. Welcome po. Okay, now karamihan sa inyo, letter D, yung answer. Meron din namang letter C. Sir Travis Poto, welcome back po. Okay, now going back to the question here, marami sa inyo letter D yung answer, merong C, merong A. Dito sa question natin, sabi niya, which of the following should be avoided, i-avoid in constructing a true or false test? Okay, in constructing a true or false test, which should be avoided? Karamihan na naman sa YouTube ay hindi nakita itong avoided. That means keeping true and false statements the same in length. Tama po yan. Dapat ipareho lang yung length para hindi sabihin ng bata na, ay, pag mahaba, true. Okay? Ay, pag maikse, ay false. Okay? So dapat equal in length daw sila. Okay? Equal in length. So, ibig sabihin, hinahanap natin ay yung hindi dapat. Yung dapat ina-avoid nyo. Okay? So, dapat ay ina-avoid nyo. Is it using verbal and context clues? Tama po yan. Kasi usually, ito yung makakapagbigay sa atin ng hint kung anong tamang sagot. Grouping questions by content. Yes, tama po yan. Para may continuity yung bata. Mas easier, no? Easier sa bata pag nagsagot siya. Nakikita niya okay, ito yung topic, tapos may kasunod na topic and so on. Kahit true, false lang yung test mo. And so the correct answer will be letter C. Letter C po yung tamang sagot. Do not take statements directly from the book dahil dalawa lang yung pwedeng mangyari dyan. Pwedeng i-memorize ng bata yung nasa libro kasi alam niya na si ma'am, pag nagbigay ng true or false test, ay kumukuha ng statement na nanggaling sa libro or pwede din naman na hindi maintindihan ng bata dahil napaka-technical. Dahil kung ano nga yung nasa libro, yun yung kinuha mo. Okay? So, mas mahirapan yung bata. So, depende din naman po sa reaction ng bata. Memorization na lang yan. Tama to si Ma'am Izay. Alright, so again, for number 20, that should be letter C, taking statements directly from the book. Alright, so that ends our discussion tonight. Again, the next discussion, the next live stream will be on Saturday po, that's 7 p.m. Philippine time. Our live stream schedules for this month is Saturday, Sunday, both at 7 p.m. Philippine time. If you'd want to become a member of GROW, you can do so by paying 500 pesos through Palawan, ML, and Cebuana. And then you can send us the details. You can also ask us on how to pay, no? Yung details, pwede nyo din kaming i-ask through our official Facebook page. You also have another option of paying your GROW payment through Super Chat, Super Sticker in our YouTube live streams. Okay, so we will see each other again on Saturday. That's still 7 p.m. So again, just wait for our announcements with regards to our online acquaintance party. So magkakaroon po tayo ng announcements. I might post a poll para sagot po kayo doon kung kailan yung gusto and so on, okay? Now, again, I'd like to say good night to all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Those people who are on Facebook, maraming salamat po. Balik lang po kayo ng balik. Again, stay safe too. Thank you, Ma'am Nezay. We're going to see each other again on Saturday evening. Ganon din, of course, to my beloved Maharot team na nasa YouTube. Okay, so good night. I'll see you on Saturday. Okay, sa muli ito po ang inyong gurong Pinoy na nagsasabi sabay po tayong lahat. Malit man na butil ng mga kaalaman, ang dulo nito ay malaking kaginawaan. Maraming salamat po. Good night. God bless you. I'll see you on Saturday, 7 p.m. Philippine time. Bye!